The QMS Auditor Transition Series, Module 1, Getting Started.
Hello fellow auditors, my name is Jim Thompson from Concentric Global, and I'm here to walk you through your transition from ISO 9001-2008 to the new 2015 release of the ISO 9001 Quality Management System Standard. We will also review the new requirements of the automotive QMS standard and its transition from ISO TS 16949-2009, or TS for short, to the first release of the IATF 16949-2016 Quality Management System Standard. Wow, what a mouthful. We're going to pay particular attention to key changes to these two standards, changes that affect internal auditors. We'll also look at changes that affect second-party auditors, changing expectations for leadership and now what's been identified as process owners, pitfalls and how to avoid them, tips on how to transition smoothly to the new requirements, and a few other tips and tricks along the way. This QMS transition series will be broken up into several modules. First, we'll begin by understanding the why in all of this, why systems and their various processes are important. We will then jump into the key changes to the ISO 9001-2015 standard. Now, it's important to note that, at least in my opinion anyway, not all of the changes to the standards are positive. We'll explore the differences between the 2008 and the 2015 version of the 9001 standard. Then I'll give you my thoughts on some of the pros and cons from my perspective. Again, there will likely be some pitfalls associated with what is being called a more generic standard. So we'll review these pitfalls and how to avoid them. We will then move into the key changes for transitioning from TS to the new IATF standard. Again, not all changes are great in my opinion, but irrespective of my opinion, we will review these changes for a smooth transition. Before we get started, let's take a moment to review the first quality management principle, which is customer focus. Now, typically, I would ask these questions in a classroom, followed by a live and interactive discussion. But since we are not in a traditional face-to-face classroom setting, we will have to improvise a bit. If you're able to watch this video in a group setting, say alongside other auditors from your organization's internal auditing team, I would recommend discussing the following questions amongst yourselves. The first question: why are you watching this video? Maybe you're watching the video because your boss asked you to watch the video or asked you to be trained. You're forced to do it. That's fine. At least you understand the reason why you're watching the video. But what are your expectations as an auditor? What are your expectations of yourself? What are the expectations that others have of you as an auditor? What are the expectations of the leadership of your organization in allowing you to be a part of this class? What are the expectations of the auditing activities as a whole? Has auditing, let's say, added value to your company or added complexity, or is it just an exercise that you go through to get through your registration or other third-party auditing? What should change or improve as a result of watching this video? So these are some very key questions for you to ask yourself. You are, in fact, my customer. I'm focused on you, and I want to make sure that you understand the purpose and the end results of going through this training series. On the knowledge spectrum, there are various depths of knowledge and training for auditing and for knowledge on these international standards. Level 1 is generally awareness of the standard's basic requirements. This is a great starting point for all associates that have an impact on those processes that are within the scope of your quality management system. Just a general overall awareness and prep for auditing. Level 2 is for top management and process owners that are responsible for the execution and management of a certain set of standard requirements, including process improvement. Level 3 is for audit team members that are going to be particularly involved or participate in auditing activities, evaluating the effectiveness of the processes within your management system, looking for risk, looking for opportunities, etc. These auditors are typically a part of an internal auditing team working under the guidance of a lead auditor. Level 4 is for lead auditors and audit program managers who have a responsibility for leading teams, conducting audits on their own, and providing mentoring and oversight to other auditors. This level is also responsible for ensuring that there's good communication between the audit team and the auditees or process owners where the auditing activities have taken place. Level 5 is for lead auditors and audit program managers with advanced knowledge in specific sectors such as automotive, aerospace, medical, food safety, etc. So what are the course objectives? First of all, we'll study the revised structure of the document called Annex SL. Annex SL is the document that's responsible for the new 10-clause structure of the quality management as well as other management system standards. We'll look at highlights and key changes in the standards. We'll review minimum requirements to help get you through that first upgrade or transition audit. We'll look at requirements for transitioning to the new standard, including key timelines that you need to be aware of. We'll look at resources to help your transition. There are a lot available online. Most of them are free and include templates, tools, and guidance from TC176 themselves or from IATF with regard to moving over to the new automotive QMS. And ultimately, we want to improve the value of your audit findings. So that's it for the introduction. I look forward to having you a part of our journey going through the transitioning of your QMS from the ISO 9001-2008 up to the 2015 version, and also for those of you in automotive going from TS 16949 to IATF 16949.
This concludes Module 1 of the QMS Auditor Transition Series.